Hi, I'm Perry Atkinson, General Manager here at theDove. Hey, check out our other videos and check out our website at thedove.us. Welcome back. Well, how serious is this Sony Pictures being hacked by possibly folks in North Korea, or is there a coalition now behind all of this? That's still breaking news. Delighted to have back with us today one of the hawks out there. And when it comes to whistleblowing, Michael Daugherty is with us. He's also the author of a great book called The Devil Inside the Beltway. He's also a CEO of a cancer detection laboratory by trade. But I think Michael is, he's just one of the great guys that is fighting for our constitutional rights and the rights of every U.S. citizen. And a small guy taking on the big guy, kind of a David and Goliath. Hi, Michael. Good to see you, my friend.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks for being with us again. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
Hey, how serious is this hacking of Sony Pictures?
It's very serious. It is tip of the iceberg. It's indicative of how vulnerable we are, and it's not the first inning. It is. I would argue that you can sit there and finger point at Sony, or you could finger point at J.P. Morgan, who, by the way, spent $250 million in cybersecurity defense last year. But really, this is about our government being so stuck in bureaucracy. They've really not worked with the private sector or engaged the private sector in finding solutions. They caught in the short hairs here.
Well, I think more and more people are now waking up to the fact that this is a big deal. There for a while, you know, it's not like breaking into the Pentagon, but because it's a private company. But I think people are now beginning to see, man, this is serious. It's a new level of war. Any indication who really is behind this? So right now, the fingers are pointing towards North Korea. Is there a coalition behind this?
Well, they can't do it alone. If North Korea really is involved, I think you have to include China in that helping. It is still an axis of evil of Iran, you know, China, North Korea, Russia, the Ukraine are. Hard to believe that North Korea could pull this off without some, but in this case, but it doesn't really matter. The fact of the matter is that our defenses are down, and they're not going to get better real quickly, and that's why private interests are being attacked. The Pentagon got attacked much about it. We've had a ton of attacks, I think, that we don't know about it, and the Chinese have been actively going into our private government docks for a couple decades now. So the bigger picture is that we are vulnerable. And the government, I don't think the U.S. government is doing a good job of engaging private enterprise and helping us get our defenses up. So it's going to be a while here before we get our act together.
Well, you know, there's other concerns that come out of this, Michael. First of all, we know that our power grid needs upgrading. That's very vulnerable. I don't know about all of our nuclear plants, how vulnerable they may be, not to mention intelligence. How vulnerable do you think the United States really is?
I think we're very vulnerable. Those things, I mean, I'll tell you, don't think enemies are not watching this right now to see how to respond to the Sony issue. Because if we give a watered down approach or don't take some stand, it's next. And it is, you know, the gridlock of this partisanship in Congress and an administration that really has alienated the business community is hurting us. In them involving everyone. This is just not a simple solution. It isn't. And it's a borderless war. And we, as in private citizens and private enterprise, are stuck in the middle of the battlefield. And until we do a better job in the government side of involving others, I hate to sound like a broken record, this is going to keep going.
Yeah. You know, the other thing is, you know, a vast majority of our commerce today is done online. How safe is it?
Well, I think that the centralization of the data is the problem. I mean, I think as an individual at the workstation, you certainly have to be cognizant. You have to make sure you've got adequate, you know, antivirus software, security software. You don't do anything stupid. You don't give your passwords out. You make them complex. But look, one of the negatives, it's not all black and white. One of the negatives of technology and what's happened now is that a lot of information is pooled, and big dogs like Sony or JP Morgan or Target, they have centralized treasure troves of data. That is the issue. And as individuals, we just have to be careful who we answer, where we give our information. I don't know there's a lot that we can do as individuals in our own security by controlling what Sony or JP Morgan does. But again, you just copy, but you shouldn't be paranoid either.
Does the actual movie interview was that a trigger point, or was the company at large the trigger point? Okay, I think we had a little bit.
Well, I don't think the company at large. I mean, oh, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
I don't think the company at large. I think the company at large is really an issue. I mean, it could be anyone. Look at everyone else we've had the past 6 months. The interview is a trigger point. Having a reason to do it is fine. I'm really concerned about the response. Of down and showing how easy throwing the First Amendment. Very concerning. We need a little more courage here on that side.
Okay. Sorry, we're having some technical problems. You're breaking up a little bit. The one thing that concerns me about this whole issue, yeah, America's waking up to it. It's a big break-in, no question about it, with a big company. I'm still not sure if America understands how serious this one is and where it could lead.
They don't understand. I mean, I don't think Congress understands. I don't think staffers understand. I think that everyone is divided, and it's exposing weakness. This is not new. This has been our lack of defenses over the past decade, and it's just coming to haunt us now. It takes a long time to build this lack of defense. You know what I'm saying? We bumbled, and the government has blown a lot of opportunities.
Wow. Michael, people want to correspond with you, michaeldaugherty.com, is that right?
It's, well, the devilinsidethebeltway.com is probably easiest.
Okay.
The devilinsidethebeltway.com, they have to worry about how to spell my name.
Okay.
And then Twitter's Daugherty MJ, DAUGHERTY MJ.
Oh, J.
Sorry about the
I'm
audio.
sorry. I didn't see the J in there. Okay, michaeldaugherty.com, or michaeljdaugherty.com. Yeah. Thanks, my friend. I'm sorry we had a little bit of a poor connection, but we'll get you back. Merry Christmas to you. Keep up the good work.
Merry Christmas. Thank you so much, and take care.
All right. God bless. All right. Sorry about that. Those things kind of do happen a little bit. But anyways, it's michaeljdaugherty.com if you want to correspond with him, or you can go to The Devil Inside the Beltway as well. You can Google that. All right. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.